Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't measure. Lean on me.
Sing it.
When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Yeah, you just might have a problem that you'll understand. Yeah, we all need somebody to lean on.
If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Thank y'all so much. You sound amazing. I feel the energy this morning. I feel the love. So glad you're here with us at Unity of Naples. We want to welcome our online community. Let us know in the chat where you're coming from. So glad y'all are tuning in. If you don't mind hitting like on that video and subscribing to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all the great things that we're posting. We're going to invite everyone, whether you're at home or in the sanctuary, to rise up with us now as we sing our opening song. This is the song we introduced you to last week. It's kind of like I Am As God Created Me. It has two parts once we get halfway through. The second part is a little tricky, so rather than saying this side sing this part, this side sing this part, you sing the part you want to sing. If you're feeling brave and you want to join me, feel free. I think y'all get it as we do it more Sunday after Sunday.
Just have fun.
Please enjoy it. Yeah, have some fun.
I am my own salvation. My salvation comes from me. I am my own salvation. So I ask and it shall be.
That's
You
it.
can do it. I am my own salvation. My salvation comes from me. I am my own salvation. So I ask and it shall be. It starts with me. It starts with me. It starts with what I choose to see. My salvation comes from thee. It starts with me. It starts with me. It starts with what I choose to see. So I ask and it shall be.
Now pick your parts.
I am my own salvation. My salvation comes from me. I am my own salvation. So I ask and it shall be. I am my own salvation. My salvation comes from me. I am my own salvation. So I ask and it shall be.
All together now. I am.
I am my own salvation. My salvation comes from thee.
Thank y'all so much. You may be seated, and just because I refuse to retire the jump, we'll figure out how to get that in there. So I want to introduce you to our new pianist this morning, Ciel Yasukawa. That song we just did is an original Amy and I wrote. I sent it to him, and I said, it's just acoustic. There is no piano parts, so have fun with it. And I really love what he came up with. So thank you so much, Ciel. The man who is sublime at keeping time, Brian Jones, back here on the drums. Amy Hughes on vocals, my wife, and my name is Jesse. Happy to be here with you this morning. And now, introducing our platform host this morning, Atika Kanti.
Thank you. Wow, thank you so much, Jesse and Amy and the band. Wow, you're amazing. My name is Atika Kanti. I'm your former board member. And part of my requirement to be here is to tell you what unity means to me. And what I wanted to say, which may feel really odd to you, that today is Super Bowl Sunday. What? Right? Like some of you are like, what? What's that? But what's so important in knowing that, and I'm not from this country, I'm an immigrant here, but you know, we call soccer football, and then there's American football. And there are these three things that are very native to me in the work that I do. I'm a psychotherapist. And I learn about human psychology. And in the human psychology, there are three things we need for our survival. First of all, we're wired for connection. If we don't have a connection with another human being, it causes lots of disease, isolation, depression, all of that. Don't want to say all of that. But there are three things, right? Three things we need in order for our survival, which is what Super Bowl Sunday does for us, really, right? There's like a predictability, right? That there is going to be, when they start in August, they start playing, blah, blah, blah. If you like your team, don't like your team, they lose, they win. And then we pick two teams that are going to play on Sunday. There's some predictability. Would you agree? And in our human experiences, we need them. The second one is there is something repetitive. Like every year it happens, right? Did they miss a year of not playing Super Bowl? I don't remember. So there's some predictability in that and repetitiveness. And the last thing is something rhythmic happens, right? They throw the ball, somebody catches it, and they touch down, right? Like all of that. And amazing commercials. Oh my gosh, I'm going to just watch for those commercials. How does that relate to unity? Oh my gosh. I mean, I know Reverend Carla has to do the message, so I'm going to stop it and be very brief. But whether you're taking a class with Suzanne, whether you're at higher grounds, there's this level of predictability when you come to unity. There's this rhythmic exchange that is happening. There is a shift on your development. So if you didn't have a secure attachment with someone, you have this amazing connection. And there's something very repetitive. We just show up every Sunday, whether it's Super Bowl Sunday or not, we are here, right? Right. Exactly. So that's what unity means to me and fills my soul emotionally, psychologically. I can count on being here. There's something rhythmic with the music, with the exchange with people, hugging. And I'll just say one last thing that is part of your growth and healing is that at times, it will rock your predictability because it's for your growth and healing. That means you might come in here and you might have a musician playing and doing the message like we had Eddie Watkins, right? So you had this frame of like, oh, we're going to come here and we're going to hear a message. It may be something different. You may come here and say, oh, I'll have a predictability of a minister, but it may be somebody different or your minister is gone. But what that does for us, what we call that as a mismatch experience, because the universe has it. There's sun, there's no sun. We need to take those experiences for our healing and growth. And that also we offer at Unity. So it's like, a little bit of kind of pushing you in a space to grow as well. Okay, so I'll stop now. So we would really love for people who celebrate their birthday in this beautiful month of February to stand so we can acknowledge you. And those who are online, we want to also honor you. So if you stand, yay!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! So nice. And then for those who were standing, potentially, I may be making a projection, but some of you may be new to us, and you're a first-time visitor here with us. And would you kindly stand so we can really recognize you and also say something very special to you? So if you feel comfortable, if it's available for you to stand. And maybe somebody is watching us online, so here's what we want to invite. And if the whole community would say this, that whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And if you are a first-time visitor or you just want to receive a gift, it's still available in the Breezeway. Is there a Super Bowl Sunday? It's Love Fest, right? Just take it. Just take it. Okay. So I have a few announcements this morning, and this is like really cool because I teach a yoga class on Friday, and when I'm teaching a yoga class, we're like, a little bit meditative, restorative class, and we smell this really amazing food coming from the kitchen. And she's like really, truly amazing. Her name is Juliana. I'm going to butcher the name, so I'll just say S. And it's an immersive cooking and tasting class where we learn the secret of crafting an authentic Mediterranean dish and have an opportunity to savor the flavors of this renowned regional cuisine. And I can affirm and tell you most confidently, smells amazing. If you haven't been there, please join her. All existing volunteers, we would not really have this very predictable, repetitive service without you. And you're invited to a very special Sacred Service appreciation dinner, whether you're an active Sacred Service member or if you're just curious about what it means to be part of one of our very close-knit teams. And having a community is really also very important for our survival. So it would be nice for you all to join and have a fellowship, and that's this Saturday, February 17th at 6 p.m. in the courtyard. And you know what we do so well here in Unity? We just don't want you to come, but bring your loved one, your spouse, people that you feel you share your life with. We also want to honor them because of them, you can come here and volunteer. And those people are also important to us. And live music will be provided by this team. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, some very serious messages and information. So we are having our annual meeting on Sunday, March 10th. The nominee for the Board of Trustees in 2024 have provided their bios for you to read, and you can go on our website. It's called unitynaples.org and /board. And if anyone else is interested in becoming a Board of Trustee, and I would highly encourage you because it has been an amazing experience of growth, development, connection. The application deadline is February 15th. For more information, one of our board members, Bill Carbo, would you raise your hand, please? Bill will be here. He's always here. I see him on campus all day long. But he'll be here in the breezeway after service. Thank you so much for your service as well. Or you can even email if you'd like to know more at board@unityblessyou.org. Was that not the bless you part? Okay, blessyou.org. Let me say it again. The email address is board@unitynaples.org. And bless you all for listening. Okay. And finally, a note that all of those who have donated to Unity of Naples in 2023, you should have received a year-end giving statement in your email. And if you have, with whatever contact information we had on file. So if you didn't get one, you can see Renee. Renee, are you in here? She may be out there. So Renee is here in the breezeway, and her email address is simple, office@unitynaples.org, and you will get your year-end statement. Okay. We have a lot of events, and I keep going on the website constantly, and I have like 4 invitations from Unity because I keep putting in my information to register, but there's so much stuff that I keep visiting the website. I'm really contributing to those numbers. So you can go on our website, register for classes, concert tickets, anything, or go in the breezeway after service, and you'll have all the information. I'm going to take a breath. You're going to take a breath. We're all going to take a breath. So our theme for 2024 is practical tools for spiritual living. That's so beautiful. I love that. And our February theme is a love revolution. And today's message is entitled, "The Love You Take is the Equal to the Love You Make," by Reverend Carla McClellan. Thank you. So now I would invite you all to stand and join me as we recite our vision and mission statement. And please say this with me, our vision. We are co-creating a world that recognizes our wholeness as individuals and our oneness as humanity. Our mission, we inspire and nurture each other to awaken to the truth of who we are, the embodiment and expression of love. And that expression of love can be shared now as you're greeting your neighbors, friends, guests who are here. Please do that. Take a moment to greet your members.
I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision, and no one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now.
You may be seated. Now is the time when we open our service in prayer. We're so grateful to know that love is a decision we can make. So here and now, we simply allow ourselves to turn our attention within us where we feel that experience of love, where we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are worthy of love, for we are made of love. God is love, and we are made in the image and likeness of God, and therefore we are love in expression. This is what our mission statement says, and so we take it even deeper within us today. How can I love myself and others more fully, more completely, more expressively? For truly, love is a high vibrational resonance. And if we lift ourselves up to that vibration of love, it is miraculous what comes to us. For as we give, so shall we receive. And so it is this morning. Amen.
If it's bandaging the broken or washing filthy feet,
valley, I will choose to praise. Here I am, Lord, send me. If I'm known by how I love, let my life reflect how much I love you. I love you. And before you even ask, oh, my answer will be yes, 'cause I love you. I love you. If the truth cuts like an arrow, I will say it anyway. 'Cause here I am, Lord, send me. And if it means that they'll reject me, I will choose to say, here I am, Lord, send me. If I'm known by how I love, let my life reflect how much I love you. I love you. And before you even ask, oh, my answer will be yes, 'cause I love you. I love you. Here I am, Lord, send me. Here I am, Lord, send me. Here I am, Lord, send me. Here I am, Lord, send me.
Here I am, Lord, send me. The title of my talk, for those of you who maybe aren't aware of it, is actually the end of the Beatles album, Abbey Road. And in the end, the love you take will be equal to the love you make. Now, I'm not going to tell you when exactly I heard this, because you'll figure out how old I really am. 74, it's okay. You guys. But that phrase kept going over and over in my mind. It caught my attention. And the love you take is equal to the love you make. Where have I heard that before? Well, having two Unity ministers as parents can give you a hint where I might have heard it at home, and in community, in spiritual community, I've heard it through the years. It is the golden rule. As you do unto others, so it is done unto you. Love yourself and love your neighbors as yourself. We are the embodiment of love in this life, each and every one of us. Do you believe it? Yes. Do you show it? Yes. All of the time? Welcome to the human race, you know. So I wanted to mention to all of you who are here today, if you haven't gone online and listened to Amy and Jesse's talk from last Sunday, run and listen. It is brilliant. They kicked off our love revolution perfectly with a talk about forgiveness and how we forgive and therefore open the space for us to love even more. It was so perfect to have after our Saturday experience of Healing the Past, Creating the Future workshop that we called the DNA of Unity of Naples. It was an amazing experience. I'll tell you more about as we go on. But I wanted to start out by saying that as you say, and the love you make is equal to the love you take, what happens within you? What happens to your energy? Anything? It increases, doesn't it? Wait a minute, I can be curious about this. Okay, what exactly does that mean, and how does it affect me right here and right now? Well, I was in college during the time I heard that, and what was going on is Time magazine had the cover, God is Dead. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, that doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel like we should be experiencing what we're experiencing right now in the world without a power greater than our thoughts and our emotions and our beliefs. So, do you mind putting up that slide for me? So here's who we are. In Unity, we say we're whole, perfect, and complete, just as we are. So just as we are is personality, shadow, and true essence. That's that part of us, that spiritual part of us that remains constant and true no matter what the drama or circumstances are around us. But it's coded by the shadow. And the shadow is who we are afraid we are. That's what we've got to hide away. We can't let anybody see that. We should never be vulnerable. We'll lose our power. How many of you have thought, oh, I can't admit I was wrong? Then I wouldn't be a leader anymore. Well, you see what that kind of leadership gets us, don't you? On top of the shadow is personality. That's who we pretend we are. Personality and shadow are part of our ego. And ego stands for what? Edging God out. I do like those quick sayings that catch me and remind me what we're here to do together. Is we're here together to listen, to love each other, and to agree to disagree if need be, in love. For that is the highest vibration, that and gratitude, that we can express. So how do we express love in a very meaningful way? Meditation is the greatest thing that you can do for your mind and for your body, to allow your spirit to really come alive into life. It doesn't matter that I'm 74 and, I'm not going to run any more races, darn. Thank you, God. So grateful for arthritis. No, I am. Because it gives me more time to do what I love. And to do what I love is to be with people, awakening them to the truth of who they are. You're not your personality. Those are just the masks you've put on throughout your life to feel safe in the world. You're not your shadow. That's just a fear, a chatter, an old belief, a limitation somebody placed in you that isn't the truth of who you are. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. A human experience in a world governed by spiritual laws. Do you believe it? I mean, really, really, really believe it? Okay, so how many of you are worried about paying your bills this month? Okay. Do you believe you have enough? So it takes a shift, as Jesse said last week, in perception. Remember that darling story he told us about Ellie? And how Daddy Wisdom helped her to shift her perspective of what she was experiencing at the time. That's what we're all called to do. And we're all called to be a friend to each other, especially here at Unity of Naples. This is a community that love is growing and expanding and building. And to do so, we had to look at personality and shadow in order to reveal the truth of what is here, that we're a community that loves. We are a community that gives. We are a community that shares. We're a community that enjoys celebrating life, right? And how do we celebrate it? Music is a beautiful way of doing it. Message, classes, we have so many opportunities to be creative for each other in amazing ways. It's hard to keep track of all the things going on in this community, but it's even freer than ever before because of some of the work that was done last Saturday. We had 34 people come together in a process that was deep listening to each other. Not arguing, not defending, not denying, but just listening to each other share their experience during all the different eras of ministers. And there are quite a few. So as we listened without arguing, because what each person was sharing was their lived truth, as we listened and we wrote it down, we began to see patterns emerge. And these patterns are just ways that we can redirect our energy to ensure that whoever comes next, or whatever team comes next, or whatever you all decide, that you decide from an informed place, a common ground, if you will. So this is not to shame or blame anybody who wasn't there, because the right people were there doing what needed to be done. But afterwards, it was 6 hours long. People said, "Oh my gosh, I feel so much more energy." Was that really 6 hours? So more will be revealed to you about what occurred during that time. And at the end of the month, February 24th, we're going to do a mission, vision, and core values. Now, I know you've done some of that work before, but guess what? You've never done it free of the past that you are right now. God's calling. Gotta love phones, don't you? We have to be tied to our phones no matter where we are and what we're doing. Or can we shift our perception of that? Because all perception is misperception. Because we can't ever know what another person is really going through. We can't ever know what experience has colored the way they're showing up today. And until we sit down one-on-one and listen to each other, listen to our souls, we can't create something new, because you can't be the same and have a new experience with whoever comes forward to lead you into the future. You have to be radically different. Do you believe it? So that means we don't point our finger at this person or this era or that era. We know that we all, because we're in relationship, we've all had a part of it. So what we say in Unity is that we are part of a three-legged stool: minister, board, and congregation. And so in allowing people to share their lived experience, they can let go of it, right? All we really want to do is to be heard. Some of us demand to be believed, but that doesn't feel real loving. So we have to ask our ego, are you willing to be humble? Are you willing to just step aside and let the unconditional love of God flow through you? Are you willing? What would that do for you today if you were willing to just be love? Not, where am I going to get it? Who's going to give it to me? But you are willing to make love with the world today, to make love with your neighbors. Hey, even make love with those that you think are your enemies, because that's just a false illusion. We're all in it for each other. We are one person with many personalities. We come from the one presence called God, and God is the living spirit of love. Not the emotional love that we might feel for our brother or our sister or our children or our grandchildren, although that's pretty darn special. But it's a different form of love. It is an unconditional love. I don't know about you, but I have throughout my life assessed whether my love was conditional or not. You know, it was real easy for me to love my children unconditionally. Even when they were teenagers. I might have had to swallow a bit, but okay, I can do this, God. And it was easy for me to also love my parents unconditionally, because I could see how much they loved not only their children, but the work in which they were involved in. But, you know, when it got to be my spouse, well, you know, I love him when he... And then one day I said, God, I'm tired of this. I want to know what it's like to love my husband unconditionally. And it was amazing to me what happened. It was like the angel Gabriel came down and said, wake up. This is what unconditional love looks like. And I'll never forget that moment. I'll never forget the way I felt. So that's our practice, is to remember the moments where we had strong feelings and desires, and think about different thoughts that can create that same feeling nature. And then we become a magnet to whatever it is out there that we want to acquire. If it's more money, then believe in the abundance of this universe. How can you look around these grounds and not see what an abundant universe it is? So, you want more abundance? Give a little. Give a little. Spread it around. You want more love in your life? Love a little louder. Love a little more than you believe you can. Stretch. How many of you did Amy's homework assignment from last week, which was to do forgiveness work every day? Okay, I'm taking names. Amy, you take them. No. I did, and I tell you, the whole week was so amazing for me. From what happened on Saturday to the service on Sunday to practicing forgiveness all week, I feel like a bliss ninny. I've been so happy all week. So now I'm going to give you another assignment. Not just yet, but it's coming. And this one will stretch you just a little bit more. But I found, like Amy shared in her meditation and talk, how she was, when she made that commitment to do forgiveness work every day, that she actually caught herself looking for things. Oh, I can ask forgiveness for this later on tonight. Oh, this is good. I'll ask forgiveness of this later on, until she would catch the thought and forgive. And that's the wonderful thing that practicing principles does for us. Because we can say on Sunday, oh yeah, Carla, I believe. I believe I'm worthy of love. I believe I'm abundant. I believe that I have everything I need. And then when we leave here and start talking to each other, what happens to those thoughts, those higher vibrational thoughts? We get into some of the lower vibrational thinking. Perhaps one might say, why the heck does she wear shoes like that? You know? What's she talking about? How come she's talking about the Beatles? I want to come alive for you. I want you to know who I am, warts and all. For truly that is the way that we will transform this world, is by taking risks to be vulnerable, by opening ourselves up to love flowing through us rather than our opinion and our blaming of others what they're doing wrong. Each time you blame somebody else for what they're doing wrong, it's really what you're doing to yourself. You're projecting onto others what you can't stand about yourself. That's a tough spiritual lesson to learn, but it's one that will transform your experience of being alive. So I just want to share a few quotes with you today. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore said, "It is the law of spirit that we must be that which we would draw to us. We must be it." Who else said that? There are a lot of masters that have said that through the years. You want love, be love. You know, boy, I argued that one for a long time with spiritual teachers. Really, I'm loving. You see the energy in which I'm coming at even the topic. Can you love more? Can you love more? Until you break through that prison in your own mind of who you are, that limitation, that box that we keep ourselves in. So be what we would draw to us. If you want to be loved, we must be loved. If you want to be loved, you must be loving and kind. If we want peace and harmony in our environment, we must be it ourselves. In other words, the golden rule, as we give, we receive. It is an exchange of energy all of the time. Maya Angelou said, "Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles. It leaps over fences. It penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope." And when we left last Saturday, we were full of hope for the future of this community. So, as I close today, I'd like to close with another song that I remember from my youth. And the lyrics go like this: "Love is but a song we sing. Fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing and you may not know why. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together and love one another. When? Right now." So now is our time that we prepare to go into meditation. I just realized something before we go into meditation. I didn't give you your assignment. Oh boy, that's not right. So, yeah, I heard that. It's okay, Carla, we don't need an assignment. So Jesus said, "You have heard it said that you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say unto you," this is the call that love proposes, "love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun shine on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and on the unrighteous." In other words, God is love. And all of us are worthy of love. All of us, every one of us. So you can't say we're all one and that we are nurturing and expanding our understanding of being the embodiment in love until you love everyone in certain ways. So that's your practice this week. Are you willing? Are you going to let me know? Okay. So now let's go into our time of meditation. Jesse and Amy.
Love is but a song we sing.
Here's the way we die. You can make the mountains rain, or make the angels cry. Though the dove is on the wing, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
And so as we take this time now to move within ourselves once again, to take a breath and let go, to take another breath together and relax into the knowing that we make a difference just who we are. We are made in the image and likeness of love. Let's express that love, not only to our families, to our spouses, to the people we work with, to the members of this spiritual community, but to those that we question. How can we love even those? And as we find the answers within ourselves, we are transformed. We become radically different. There's a yearning within each of our souls to do life differently, to be more of our true self, more authentic, more peaceful, kinder, to have more generosity of spirit. These are the spiritual gifts that lie within us. And so now let us go into that secret chamber within us, into the silence, and ask, who am I, Holy Spirit? Who am I? And how can I love more right now?
Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Try to love one another right now. Try to love one another right now.
Thank you, Jesse and Amy, and all of you, for your willingness to come together, to choose to be here in love this morning. So now is the time in our service where we offer you the opportunity to share your love in a congealed way with your money. You share your love in so many different ways, but this community cannot keep giving all that it's giving to you all without receiving in return your gift of love. And so we allow you now to begin that process. So together we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I'm grateful.
Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. Grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Whoa, yes, I'm grateful. Sing out that gratefulness. Grateful, grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Whoa, yes, I'm grateful. Whoa, yes, I'm grateful.
And as the ushers come forward, the gratitude within us expands as we realize how long it took to collect the offering today. Are we not grateful for all of your presence? It makes such a difference, such a difference. And so we bless these gifts and we bless the givers, and we know together in love, we are changing this world. We are transforming the world into a more peaceful, loving, and generously kind environment. And we're taking care of Mother Earth too. And so it is. Amen. And now's the time, I'm doing it, where I'm going to ask our chaplains to stand up And they are going to be in the corner of the room for any of you who would like prayer when you leave this service. Please, if you have something that's heavy on your heart, go to these people. They're very trained. And also, if you have something you want to celebrate, nobody you have to celebrate it with, come to me or the chaplains. We'd love to hear your celebration. So as we close this service today, we do so in the knowing that we are one, that we are love in expression, and that we are creating the beloved community right here, right now, with each other. And so go forth this day being the love only you can be. And so it is. Amen.
Invite you to rise up. Thank you so much, Rev Carla. Beautiful service. Thank you, community. Invite you to rise up. Just a couple of quick announcements. Due to Valentine's Day, there will be no pickleball on Wednesday. Also, no choir rehearsal. Choir rehearsal is tomorrow at 7 p.m. I believe in the sanctuary. We may also be in Celebration Hall. And then if you are planning on attending the Sacred Service Appreciation Dinner, please do. Please RSVP in the breezeway after service. All right, let's sing together. Let there be peace on earth.
Together we say, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.